Hey guys, really quick, in preparation for the SOL, I want to talk to you guys about some different types of passages that you may see. So, one type of passage that you will probably see or you could possibly see is a poem. What is a poem? A poem is a collection of words that express an emotion, idea, sometimes with a specific meaning, sound, or rhythm. Okay? So, mainly what we as third graders have to know about poems is they have lines. They do not have paragraphs, they have lines. So, that's how they're organized. If you look over here at this image, this poem, I only showed you the image starting on line 13. A question you would probably see with a poem is, what does the word smart mean in line 14? You as a reader know that you must go to line 14 to figure out the answer to that. Treat poems just like you would passages. Any question that you have based on a poem, go back to the poem for the answer. The poem is not to trick you. It's just a different form of writing, okay? So you're going to have questions, or you could possibly have questions that are based on poems. All you have to do is read the poem first. Good readers read it twice, right? And then when you go to those questions, go back to the poem to find your answer. Sometimes poems can have rhymes. Rhymes are words that sound similar to each other when you say them or hear them. So we oftentimes think of Cat in the Hat books, right? Cat, hat, they sound the same. Sock, clock have the same sounds. See, be have the same sounds. Mess, dress have the same sounds. You could very well see a recipe. I don't know that, but you might. What is a recipe? A recipe is a set of directions for making food or drinks. The author's purpose when they give you a recipe is to inform readers. They are teaching us something. They're teaching us how to make something. Think about when you've made something, you have to follow a step of directions and look at all your ingredients. That's exactly what you'll see if you are given a recipe. You will see your ingredients, much like this picture. You'll be given directions. Again, a lot of the questions, you can go back to the recipe to find your answer. You're going to have lots of steps. It may say, what comes after step 2? After step 2, we know that we would bake for 30 minutes at 400 degrees, right? So make sure you're utilizing what the recipe says. You may see a flyer. I don't know, but you might. What is a flyer? A flyer is a small paper that is advertising an event or product. So sometimes when you go somewhere, you're going to flyer. Sometimes here at school, we pass out flyers like for Little League Baseball, for Little League Football, like just kind of saying, hey, come sign up for this, come do this. Oftentimes, when you're an adult, you may get flyers getting you to buy something. So we know that if it's trying to get us to do something or buy something, that the author's purpose would be to persuade, right? Because when the author's purpose is to persuade us, it's to try to get us to do something. If you look over here at this image, it's an image of a flyer. Okay, this is an example of one. It says calling all 4th through 8th grade students to participate in the 5th annual Design That competition. Some questions that you may see based on a flyer, if you're given a flyer, is it may say, when does the event occur? Right here, February 19th, 2021. Again, how did I find that answer? Yes, you are correct. I went back to that passage to find that answer. And tells you what you're going to do. A really popular question that they ask on flyers is, where can you find more information at? If you read the flyer and you need more information, where can you get more information from? On this one, it would be at the website, www.gvsu.edu. Again, go back to your passage, okay? And then, of course, we might have fiction passages. You know, fiction is what? Yes, fiction is fake. Fiction is made up. Typically, the purpose for fiction passages all the time, author's purpose for fiction passages is to what? Correct. Entertain us. It's for our enjoyment. It's to entertain us, okay? Fiction passages are made up stories and characters. Remember, love bugs, they have characters, they have setting, they have a conflict, they have a resolution. A conflict is the who or what. That is the who or what the story is about, right? It could be an animal, could be a person. That is the character. The setting is where it takes place. Where did this story take place? Okay, once upon a time in a faraway land, you will get a setting, okay? The setting is where it takes place. Right now, my setting is at Eastern. I'm at school. Conflict. Oh no, the conflict is the problem. In a fiction passage, there's always going to be a problem. And when we have a problem or a conflict, we must have a resolution, right? That's the solving of the problem. That's the resolution when we resolve that conflict. Typically, fiction passages have lots of information, lots of imagination. A lot of times they're funny. They're entertaining. Sometimes they can be sad. Sometimes they can just be a story, right? But if characters are mentioned, then we know for sure it is fiction. Here are 3 examples of some fiction passages. Then last but not least, we have nonfiction passages, which you will probably see a nonfiction passage on your test. Nonfiction is real, true, right? Contains facts. Nonfiction is not fake. The author's purpose when writing nonfiction passages is to inform readers. They're wanting to teach us something. They're wanting us to get information on something. They contain real stories and characters, lots and lots and lots of facts and information. That's what it's going to be full of. Typically, they use photographs, right? Photographs, not drawings. Here are 3 examples of nonfiction passages. That was a quick little overview of passages that you could possibly see on the test. Please review this as just kind of a quick little way to familiarize with different passages that you could possibly see. As always, if you have any questions at all, please ask me. Bye.